Then the Inner Circle shows up in Las Vegas, so they really did go to Las Vegas in the middle of a pandemic to do phony shit parodying a bad movie.
I called it.
You called it. And I don't even need to talk about they've MJF and Jericho mug over their just chewing the scenery up like, as I've mentioned before, oversized canned hams. Now Jericho's brought MJF along into that with him. They mugged over the alcohol. Conan makes a guest shot. They do a bunch of fake shit. They interact with each other in fake, contrived, and obviously set up ways. It's neither real nor funny. It's fake and stupid. And they're doing a parody of a movie. These are the most fun-loving madcap heels. Boy, I just love whenever in history did the fans say, boy, I love when those heels come on the screen because they're so funny and they make me laugh and they have so much fun doing these things. When has that ever been a thing that anybody ever said? Ever? The fuck? And then they promoted another of their videos where they get somebody to do a video about how great they all are. And the Bucks actually say, we said we were going to start this wrestling thing, and we told all our friends to come with us. Like they were going to Baskin Robbins to get ice cream. Hey, Dad, can all our friends come? And they try so hard on these videos to present the product as something serious. And then in the product, all they do is bullshit that looks like they're making it up on the spot to fucking ass off. But the videos are supposed to be all real dramatic and serious. I'm skipping ahead here, but it was just video. They do the first half of the Inner Circle thing in Vegas. Then they do the video on how great AEW is. And then Moxley, their fucking champion, pops up doing a promo from a neon purple toilet stall. And he does such a great promo, and it's so believable that he believes what he's saying and that he's well-spoken and that he has good material and everything. And then he goes out and has matches with thumbtacks and barbed wire baseball bats and kills any semblance of believability that his good promo and his delivery might build up. So again, why? They do comedy gaga and then do packages to try to make it serious. They talk seriously and then go out and have blatantly phony bullshit matches without even trying to make people believe in it. I'm so confused. Your comments on any of these segments?
Well, the Jericho Vegas stuff is exactly what I thought it would be. And
you called it.
But beyond just them being there, it's exactly what I thought it would be. And I don't think it's creative to just copy stuff from a movie because it's wrestling. It's not a movie, it's wrestling, so we can take what the movie did. Not good, a waste of television time because it didn't really do anything to further anything that matters, and a waste of money, but like you said last time for the Matt Hardy. I don't think
they spent that much money, and they go in there and they're in Las Vegas in the middle of a
pandemic. They flew them there. They flew all those guys there.
To just do stupid shit that's not funny and or original.
Well, that's the thing. And it's like the Matt Hardy segment we reviewed a few weeks ago. I have a feeling, I don't know for sure, but I have a feeling there may have been a guy there in a hoodie very excited about the whole thing. And until that guy gets tired of it, this is the kind of crap we're going to keep seeing.
And did you see the part where Wardlow and Hager have the contest beating people up in the bar where they just snatch people and punch them and there's nothing ever done about it and nobody's ever...
Because it's all just goofy and fun.
They couldn't even do a bar fight like Dusty Rhodes and Dick Murdoch and The Wrestler, right? It looked like a pretty good bar fight. They just have to do just silliness, fake silliness.
Yeah, because it became not the Inner Circle or in Vegas and we're capturing all their antics. It became the Inner Circle in Vegas and they're making a movie. And these are all the really bad scenes from that movie. Really bad. They have blown it with MJF. He's young. He could potentially get it back.
Well, should we come back to the next segment or should we jump ahead to the next segment? Because they had an Elvis impersonator.
Yes, that's right.
On the next segment.
Well, you saw Conan in the first one, right? He smoked everyone out.
I mentioned Conan.
Yeah.
I mentioned the Bisque. Yeah, see, I knew you'd get that. That's one of me and Stacy's inside lines. Everybody was pretending to be drunk after the bar thing, and they drank the Everclear and a blah, 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 and they were all getting fake sick. And then they wake up after they say, oh, I want to howl, and they're on the rooftop. And then they wake up the next morning, apparently. Jericho's in bed with the Elvis impersonator. This, even again, they couldn't even try to make this good. It's obviously fake because there's a camera in every room when they wake up suddenly. Why didn't the cameraman say, hey, you ought to wake up now? Sammy Guevara's in the fountain. Sammy had written on Sharpie all over his face. Santana's in the lobby feeding chickens. Does he have something to do with chickens? I wasn't sure where that came from.
I don't know, but this whole segment was a cock-up.
Don't tell chicken jokes. The whole segment was a cock-up, wasn't it?
Tell chicken jokes. Look at you, Joanne Worley.
Yeah, do not tell chicken jokes. They buried every single one of these guys. They're supposed to be the top heels, and it's just a band of comedians. This whole thing was an embarrassment to the wrestling business, but that's nothing unusual. They've been doing this for weeks now. And Jericho's been doing it, and now he's got MJF on it. Go back and listen to what I was saying 6 months ago, and now I dread seeing what MJF is going to do on this program. I'm like, go back to leaving him off. At least we could wish we were seeing him instead of now we don't want to. So anyway, that was later on in the fucking thing. That was a whole embarrassing thing. But then they come back with a match between Pockets and Pip. I thought we were on NXT here for a minute with Job Guy, Bonanza. I'm not going to watch a mascot for a high school football team wrestle a middle school dropout. So I fast forwarded through Pockets and Pip Sabian. Did I miss anything?
Maybe a little. Like I said before, Orange Cassidy, I've seen his entire act. It's the same act now every single time. This is like the mid-card jobber feud now, the best friends versus the video game nerds.
But he's on this because he's the Money Mark's favorite wrestler. And that's why he's being stuck every week out here in one of these matches.
And by the way, even if you're someone who subscribes to the idea that Orange Cassidy is someone special because of the way the audience reacted to him, putting him out there each and every week, putting him out there in a competitive match with Kip Sabian, you do nothing but defeat that. But anyway, Miro on commentary was all sorts of awful.
Well, I didn't even know he did that, or I might have listened, but
this guy, this guy was the Bulgarian brute. He should never be on commentary ever again. That's the only other note I have about this match.
What he was not being brutish?
He just, when he's using his regular talking voice, he just sounds goofy.
He sounds like a goofy dipshit that plays video games in a pink Minnie Mouse t-shirt.
And again, like no one's taking anything seriously. Everyone's just playing around. He's the best man for their wedding. When's the goddamn wedding already?
I thought, that's right, they were going to have a fucking wedding.
Yeah, I'm sure they still will. Maybe they've decided to extend the engagement.